Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How are you all doing today? It is an absolutely gorgeous day here in Redwood City, California. The outside temperature gauge in my car read 73 degrees when I walked out. I got to tell you, I couldn't ask for any better weather. Slight breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe 5 to 7 miles per hour. Perfect for a walk. Hopefully you're getting out and taking your walks daily, if not almost daily, at least every other day or so. Get that exercise in, kick in those endorphins, and start looking good and feeling good at the same time, right? You walk every day, you'll lose those pounds that you want to lose. You will look good. That will also make you feel good and feel a lot better than you're feeling now, right? You'll feel good physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and you will see how much it turns your life around. I'm back at the trail for another walk to motivate you folks to keep pushing forward each and every day, because when you don't give up, when you don't quit, you accomplish whatever you put your mind to. Whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish it as long as you don't quit, as long as you don't give up. Now, how many of us have... Now, there's a guy coming this way, so I'm going to go and cross to the other side so I don't get him in the video. And I'm a little loud, so I want to be, respectful. I can always cross over again. A little extra on the walk doesn't hurt, right? We're in no hurry here. All right, let's cross back over. I have a great topic for you folks today, but lots of updates to share with you folks at the beginning of this stream. I'm going to wait a few more minutes for people to get the notification and tune on in. All right. Let's talk about some good stuff that just happened today. I've been talking about monetizing my second channel, Coach Eli, 2 uncensored live streams. There's a guy coming. I'm gonna wait over here for him to walk off the trail. I'm just running into everyone today. I try to be super respectful when I do these streams.
Bear Island's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And that's the reason why I try to avoid people, because I have the camera on the dude. You see, it's always a smart move to point the camera the opposite way. That was some millennial dude. I mean, he looked like he was in his 30s or something. But, I'm just minding my own business, going out of my way to just, allow him to have a peaceful walk. And he still had to come and say, oh, yeah, well, you're awesome, or whatever he said, right? That's just how people are. You just have to roll with the punches, right? It's also part of being a public figure and being out and about with a camera and the selfie stick, right? Gets lots of attention, right? And I'm not even seeking a lot of attention. All I want to do, this is what people don't understand about me. I'm not out here on YouTube to get attention. I'm not seeking fame. I'm not, seeking any glory. I just love helping people. That's what I enjoy doing. It makes me happy. It's what makes me feel accomplished. So that's why to the average person, me not even wanting attention when I'm out in public, it's weird because most people would want the attention. And I'm not saying down the road I'm not going to go out and about and just randomly interview people. Sure, I may end up doing that. But I'm not an attention seeker. I'm not an AW, let's just call it that. I can't say that W word out here on YouTube. It'll at least get me demonetized, so I don't, But you know what the attention W is, the AWs, right? I need to reset the chat here because it only shows one in the box, and it's quite odd that there's only one person here. I'll be right back. All right, we're back live, and we have 6 people here. We're back live, and yeah, like I said a second ago, in case it didn't go through, we have 6 people here. Yeah, that's the thing with the mobile app. Even with the newer phones that are very powerful, like my iPhone 12 Pro Max is very powerful. Sometimes the chat stats and the likes, they freeze. I don't know why. You figure with modern technology that could be fixed. I mean, this phone has 6 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs, half a terabyte of storage, and I'm only using like maybe 20% of the storage. I got like 400 gigs free on this thing. So there's no reason why any of it should freeze, but it's technology, right? But anyway, so let's get to some community updates here, and updates on my other channel, Coach Eli 2. First and foremost, earlier this morning, I made a community posting on my Coach Eli 2 channel, and I tried to share it to my other channel, but for some reason it's not showing up on my back end, or in my back end, or on my community wall. Maybe it went out, maybe I can't see it, maybe it's a YouTube glitch, but anyway, I shared a community post on Coach Eli 2, and shared that we're at 3,801 watch hours. That was earlier this morning. Well, there's been another update since that time. I checked my watch hours once again before, I'll call it our watch hours because my lady's part of the business. I checked our watch hours again before I came out to the trail for the walk here on this channel, my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. And we are now at 3,853 watch hours. 3,853 watch hours. 147 more to go. And I believe they still haven't processed the stream from yesterday. And then we've got another stream coming tonight. I'm assuming over the next 2 days, we're going to be over 4,000. So either by tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday, we will be at 4,000 watch hours. And I'm assuming that maybe we'll get monetized that same day or by the next day, Friday. Typically, YouTube has been powering through these reviews a lot more quickly than they used to in the past, because years ago they raised the threshold to qualify to be a part of the YouTube partner program. If you're brand new to YouTube and you haven't been around throughout the many years that many of us have been doing this, when YouTube first introduced the YouTube partner program, anyone and everyone could join. And then when I started my former coaching channel about almost 6 years ago, they had changed the requirements. They were still simple, but they required you to have 10,000 views. So all you needed to get was 10,000 views and then you'd qualify to get into the program, right? And they would easily approve everyone, right? But a lot of people started to take advantage of the system and use bots and other things to, make a lot of fake ad revenue money. And there also, were a lot of bad actors doing a lot of things on the platform that advertisers didn't like. And you can't blame the advertisers because, if they're not getting a return on their investment, they're going to stop advertising with YouTube or anywhere else they're not getting a return at, right? So YouTube, I was monetized on my former channel, and YouTube all of a sudden changed their rules to now needing 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the previous 12 months, 4,000 public watch hours in the previous 12 months to qualify. Well, I had that channel for almost a year, and I was at like 600 subscribers, and they sent an email saying you have 30 days to qualify under the new requirements, or you will lose monetization until you reach the new requirements, and then you will be re-reviewed with stricter, in a stricter way, right? Well, I did a lot of networking, and I got to 1,000 subscribers on the last day. And because YouTube takes a few days to process things, I had the watch hours. I had like over 30,000 watch hours. I used to run a ton of streams and panels and stuff like that back in those days. And some people may ask why I don't run those panels anymore, because looking back, I realized there were more drama panels, and it was the drama that got all those views and that watch time, right? So that's why I don't do those types of streams anymore. I will be doing panels and interviews, but with more professional people, not drama people, not low-life scumbagish drama people. Pardon my French, don't mean to be rude, it's just the truth, right? So my channel got demonetized, and then I requalified immediately because I had reached a threshold. It was just a glitch in the system, and I was in a re-review process for like 6 months, and YouTube just took forever. And before YouTube could make a final decision if they were going to remonetize me or not, I shut down that channel. I went through a breakup with my ex that was helping me run that channel, and I shut down that channel. Took 3 months off, came back, and I started this one. And I got the watch time right away, but it took me almost a year to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then when I went to review on this channel here that's been monetized for 2.5 years, I was like, okay, they said it could take up to 30 days and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. Okay, I was cool with that. I was totally cool with that. So, my channel went under review. And I think it was a day later, I get an email saying, congratulations, Coach Eli, or whatever my channel was. I think it was a Grip on Life back then. Congratulations, a Grip on Life. You are now a part of the YouTube Partner Program. All right, cool. So they don't take as long to, monetize channels once they go into review. I just wanted to kind of share that story and give you folks a little back history. That's what these walking streams are about. A lot of community news, and then we talk about a topic for the rest of the way. So I'm assuming we're going to go into review on Thursday. We'll have 4,000 hours by Thursday, a couple days from now. And I'm assuming we'll be monetized sometime on Friday, maybe in time to run a Walking with Purpose stream on Coach Eli 2. Now, some other news, if you haven't noticed yet, there are people out there that follow creators like myself and others like a hawk. So most of you may have noticed this, but just in case, like I mentioned yesterday on both my streams, my walking stream here and stream I did with my lady last night on Coach Eli too. Check it out if you missed it. We were talking about, you know, how a woman wrote a blog, and, you know, she was discussing why women shouldn't chase men. Interesting, check it out. But I mentioned that I'm going to be changing the name of Coach Eli 2 today, and I did. And the former name of Coach Eli 2 was Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. Now it's Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. One more time, Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. I had a bunch of different options. I sent a bunch of options to my lady by text, and then I called her, we went over it, and we both decided that authentic would be the best. Why? It's one word, right? And people are used to hearing Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. Authentic is 3 syllables. Same with uncensored, 3 syllables. So it's going to flow. Plus, it makes sense. Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams is the new channel name. It's been updated on the channel art and on the channel page and everywhere you see videos from that channel. Also, the URL, the custom URL, has been updated on Coach Eli 2. And soon, within a few days, the old URL, youtube.com/Coach Eli Uncensored, will no longer work. I created a newer, easier to remember, simpler URL. The URL for Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams is youtube.com/Coach Eli 2, the number 2, right? All one word. youtube.com/Coach Eli 2. So now that you folks that aren't subscribed here, because you don't want to subscribe, right? Because you're banned, right? And you want to still watch my stuff, right? You don't have to go and search Coach Eli 2. You can just type in youtube.com/Coach Eli 2. Very simple. Or bookmark it, youtube.com/Coach Eli 2. The new custom URL for the renamed channel of the same channel, same content, same everything, just new name. Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. I've updated it also on Nightbot. Nightbot's going to be sharing the link to Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams every 7 minutes or so. The URL's been updated, and again, just go to youtube.com/Coach Eli 2, the number 2, not TWO, the number 2. Very simple. So that is that. Now, another thing that my lady and I have been discussing, and this is not 100% final yet, but it probably will be final. When these streams here move over to Coach Eli 2, probably by Friday, or, you know, if we don't get monetized until over the weekend, they will definitely move over here by Monday. There's no doubt in my mind that we'll be monetized by Monday, but I'm guessing it'll happen by Friday, unless YouTube's really backed up, or we just somehow don't come up with 147 watch hours in a couple days, which should be no problem with our pre-existing content and the new content we're going to be creating between now and the next couple days. So these, oh, that's a big bee. I don't like it when they fly right in front of me, right? And they fly towards me, and then they just pause, and then they hover right in front of you. And if you don't stop, you run into them, and then they sting you, right? So yeah, more than likely either by Friday, or if I do a stream over the weekend, or if not until Monday, these Walking with Purpose live streams will move over to Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams, and that will be the live streaming channel. And then this channel here, like I've been saying for a while, I keep repeating myself because, you know, people come and go, right? And some people haven't been around in a while. So if you have heard this a million times, sorry, got to keep saying it, right? Because it's a transition. Okay. Here on this channel, my lady and I are going to be focusing on creating the highest quality pre-recorded content, more bite-sized content, in 4K at 60 frames per second for the most part when I shoot it with my iPhone 12 Pro Max. I may do some in-studio pre-recorded videos. Those will be at 1080p 60 frames per second. I can do 4K with my camera and capture card in the studio, but I can only do 4K at 30 frames per second. I'd rather do 1080p 60 at 4K 30. So that's why the ones I do from the studio will be 1080p 60, still great quality, the same quality you get when you watch my live streams on Coach Eli 2 or my past live streams here for the most part on this channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. We will also be creating some more YouTube shorts. You know, those are those minute or less TikTok style videos. I want to get into a habit of mass producing some shorter form content weeks in advance and queuing it up and giving you a different piece of pre-recorded motivation every day on this channel. That's the level that I want to take it to. That's why, you know, I'm shifting everything over to Coach Eli 2 regarding the live streams, okay? Now, when it comes to members only content, these streams on Coach Eli 2 will be members only chat. So the Walking with Purpose streams will be members only chat. The in-studio streams that I do with my lady or by myself will be subscribers only. And we have not decided whether we're going to let subscribers immediately chat once they subscribe like it is right now, or if we're going to have a waiting period of 24 hours or more. We have not decided yet. We're trying to balance, you know, minimizing trolling and distractions to our positive message by people that are distractors or detractors, right? While not shutting out new people that would have wanted to chat in the positive way from the very beginning. So we're trying to find that balance, and it's not easy. So that's pretty much how it's going to go. We just haven't decided if we're going to have a waiting period regarding subscribers only mode for the in-studio live streams once we get monetized on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams. So that is that. And one more thing. Does that mean I will never ever do another live stream on this channel here? No. I will probably occasionally do some live streams from this channel. They will probably be streams to promote content on Coach Eli 2 or other channels that I may be going on a panel on their channel, or anything else I want to promote. I may do a quick live stream from my main channel. My main channel is still the main channel. It still has way more subscribers than Coach Eli 2. And, you know, once we get our you know, pre-recorded video content strategy out there, we assume that it's going to grow much faster than the live streaming channel. Pre-recorded content, evergreen content, you know, is the best for, you know, growing your channel long term and quicker, because people can view that pre-recorded content in more bite-sized format, and it's content that typically never expires. When you do live streams, you know, typically at least part of the streams, you know, are current events, and years down the road it's not going to mean anything, right? Now, you know, I do a lot of evergreen content on many of my live streams, but still, they're longer format, and a lot of times people, you know, unless they're there live and able to engage live, they're not going to really go back and watch an entire 2-3 hour stream. They may go back and skim through it and watch certain parts, but they're not going to go watch the whole thing, usually. So that's what we've been working on. It's been nonstop for my lady and I. She was going to take a break, and she's still probably going to take a break once we get monetized. But she herself was just saying, let's get this thing monetized. Let's just work hard. Let's show everyone how determined we are. Let's lead by example. And get this done. Let's fight through it. Let's fight through the stress. Let's fight through, being tired and exhausted. And we are tired. We're not going to lie. But we're determined, and we want to share. We want to show you folks by example, leading by example, that if you really, really want to make something happen, like we've been wanting to monetize Coach Eli 2 for a while, you'll fight through it. And I'm very proud of my lady, and I feel very happy and good deep within myself. And I'm also proud and grateful and thankful to each and every one of you that's participated in any way, shape, or form to make it possible for Coach Eli 2 to now be monetized. It's an accomplishment to have one channel monetized now out here on YouTube, but when you can monetize 2 channels or more, it's a lot of work. And despite everything I've experienced on this platform and the many setbacks I've had, right, it feels real good to be able to fight through all that and about to have a second channel monetized. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to my lady. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. My lady says, hi, hey babe, I didn't notice that earlier. I'm jealous. It's beautiful out there. Are you still around, babe? I look forward to our show tonight. Tonight, my lady and I are going to be doing another live stream on Coach Eli 2. It's going to start, I have it scheduled for 9:15 p.m. Eastern, 6:15 p.m. Pacific. We may have to push it back to 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. I did start about 15 minutes late here today. Just a lot is going on, like I said. Sorry about that. And we're going to be doing another blog review with another hot topic by the same author that wrote the blog last night regarding where she said that women shouldn't chase men. My woman sent me another one of her blogs, and I really liked the topic. And the topic was how to get a man to fall in love with you. Give him the punani. No, it's a lot more than that, but without the punani, it's not going to matter. I mean, let's be real. Both men and women love the intimacy. It's more than just that, but I mean, the difference, in my opinion, in being just friends with a woman as a man and being lovers is intimacy, is sex, right? Because you can do anything and everything. If you're a guy, you can do anything and everything with a woman as friends besides sex, right? So that's the difference, right? It's not just about sex, but that's the difference between being in a platonic friendship or a romantic relationship. Romance is intimacy, right? And intimacy goes beyond, just sex. I mean, there's snuggling, there's cuddling, there's making out, there's holding hands. There are so many levels of intimacy that go above and beyond just sex. But you know what I'm saying. So tonight we're going to be dissecting another blog. How to get a man to love a woman, right? How to get a man to fall in love with you as a woman, right? Or how to get a man to fall in love with women. And I've already, I've already read the blog, and there are a lot of interesting points. And we're going to be on probably for a couple of hours because we've been getting a lot of engagement in between. Even though these blogs have been pretty short lately, it took us an hour to get through 3 small paragraphs last night because we had a lot of engagement in the chat. So join us tonight around 9:15 or 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:15 or 6:30 p.m. Pacific on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. That's the new name. Again, Nightbot's sharing the link every 7 minutes. Just go to the new URL of Coach Eli 2, which is now called Authentic Live Streams. Go to youtube.com YouTube.com/Coach Eli 2, the number. All right, sorry about that, folks. Got cut off. We're back live. Sorry about that, folks. I was saying before I got cut off, I was thinking of naming it like Coach Eli the Deuce, kind of like ESPN calls ESPN2 the Deuce, right? A lot of people call their second version of a channel, the Deuce. But it's just too long. I wanted to really simplify it, YouTube.com/Coach Eli 2. You want my main channel, YouTube.com/Life Coach Eli. Life Coach Eli for the main, Coach Eli 2 for the live streaming channel. Simple, right? And that's another thing that I really want to help as many people as possible that are looking to start a business. Because I'm not just a personal, relationship coach. I'm also a business coach. And I can help you folks with your branding and marketing. I have a lot of experience in branding and marketing. I worked for many, many years with a friend of mine that has passed away over the last year or so. And I've got a lot of knowledge on branding and marketing, and shorter is better. Because, if people can remember your URL without having to Google search it, they can go right to it, right? And you're going to notice me focusing a lot more on the Coach Eli brand once Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams gets monetized. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. I'm still in progress of creating merch, because now all channels in the YouTube Partner Program get a merch tab. They call it the shopping tab. So I've been on spring.com, which is formerly known as Teespring. They call it Spring now, even though it's still teespring.com. That's the URL. But I'll have some Coach Eli merch available probably by sometime next week. I just haven't had the time to design everything. It takes a lot of time, and right now we've been focused on getting the other channel monetized, yada, yada, yada. There's just a lot going on. So that's another thing that's coming. And that's a big part of branding and marketing, is having merchandise. Merchandise is huge. And, ever since YouTube launched the merch wall many years ago, they used to require 10,000 subscribers for it. But now they lifted that. The only requirement is, they say now it's 1,000 subscribers. Well, you need 1,000 subscribers just to get into the YouTube Partner Program. So basically, what YouTube has done basically is lifted the requirements for all of the additional aspects of being monetized. So, you get super stickers and super chats right when you get monetized. You get channel memberships right when you get monetized. You get the merch wall, which is now called the shopping tab, right when you get monetized. It just keeps on getting better and better, and I'm grateful and thankful for it. I'm going to take full advantage of it. Why not? That's what it's there for. All right, we've got 13 in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. Please smash the thumbs up. Please, like this stream, whether you're here live or on the replay. Please share it on your community tabs. Channels with 500 subscribers or more get a community tab, and I believe every channel now gets @mentions. I think every channel now gets mentions. You can mention other channels that have 1,000 subscribers or more in the title of your videos. And I see more and more people doing that. People tagging me in, trying to get my attention. People that nothing wrong with getting good attention, but when you've got people that don't like you, which that's what people do when they don't like you, they try to get your attention by tagging you, right? That's like a poke, right? You want my attention? Stop feeding in the drama. Create some real positive content. Show me some good faith. Then you'll get my attention. Until then, hey, it's easily ignorable, or you can ignore it. I'm almost at the end of the first side. On my way back, I will get to the topic here. It's a beautiful day. It's just a beautiful day, folks. I'm very, grateful and thankful to live in such a beautiful area with such great weather. You should be grateful and thankful for what you've got too. And you should never ever compare yourself to other people. Just be happy within yourself, right? And I'm very grateful and thankful, for my father bringing the family. Some guy just rode by on a mountain bike. Very grateful and thankful for my father bringing the family to the Bay Area and finding Redwood City climate best by government test over 50 years ago, before I was even born. Came out here with my mother and his family, my grandparents on his side. I was named after my dad's dad. My dad's dad's name, my grandpa, was Elias, and that's why I was named after my dad's dad. And my brother was named after my mom's dad. My brother's, name in Greek is Christo. It's actually like Christos, but he shortens it, to Chris, like I shortened mine to Eli, like Americanized, right? It's easier, right? Named after Christ. But my mom's dad's name was Christos, or Christos, which is, Chris for short, named after, Christ, Jesus Christ. And in Greece, we have name days. I forgot to mention a few, like a week ago or so. July 20th was my name day. I was named after the prophet Elijah, and prophet Elijah's birthday was July 20th. My brother was named after Jesus Christ, and his name day is December 25th. Obviously, that's because that's the birth of Christ, Christmas Day, right? That's just a little history there for you folks about Greeks and how family oriented we are. If my lady's still watching out there, maybe she learned something new. There you go. We've got 16 people here, 6 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time here, what I forgot to mention is that these Walking with Purpose streams are members only chat. And for only $2.99 per month, you can chat in the members only chat during these streams. Until you decide to do that. If you decide to do that, stick around and just listen to the content. Enjoy the beautiful scenery. And enjoy some positivity for a change. Because I'm sure most, if not all of you, have had enough drama in your lives on and off of YouTube. And if you just want a place to escape and feel good about yourself with other like-minded, happy, professional people and respectful people that will love you and respect you no matter who you are, where you come from, this is the place to be. This is the place to be. I'm going to reset the chat because, hey, Lewis, how you doing? Good afternoon, Eli. I just gave you a like. Thank you, Lewis. I appreciate it, man. Let me reset the chat, Lewis, and I will be right back. I'll be right back. All right, sorry, we're back live. We're back live. Let's get right to it here. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from the San Francisco Bay Trail here in beautiful Redwood City, California. This is episode number 339. Episode number 339. The topic today is wherever our focus flows, that's where our energy goes. One more time. Wherever our focus flows, that's where our energy goes. I'll tell you folks what inspired me to do this topic today and where I got this topic from. I got it from Tony Robbins. I've been a long time supporter of Tony Robbins because I feel like I'm like Tony Robbins Jr. I'm saying that respectfully. I'm not saying I'm better than Tony. I'm not saying I'll ever be better than Tony. I'm not trying to also sell myself short, but I have a lot of respect for Tony. I'm not trying to steal his spotlight. But Tony Robbins was somebody when I was growing up that I didn't like. I've kind of shared this story a little bit in the past, but I'll share it again here because there are a lot of new people that have come around my neck of the woods lately, right? I remember, I was like, 15, 16 years old, and sometimes I would stay up late, even on a school night, like 12, 1, 2 in the morning, right? And around like 12 or 1 in the morning, like back in those days, there were only like 30 cable channels, right? Maybe 40. And there wasn't 24-hour programming. There were infomercials, these things called infomercials, during late night TV, right? Because that was the cheapest time to put them out there. And there was actually an audience watching those, right? There are always night owls. Let me come off the side here. Give me a second here. Just wanted to wait for that gentleman to pass on by. So there were these things called infomercials in the middle of the night. And they were the same infomercials every night. And when you're having a hard time sleeping and you're a little bored, you just sit there and watch them, right? It was the same 3. The first one was some guy named Don Lapre. And Don Lapre, I mentioned these 3 infomercials because I learned a lot of my speaking techniques from a couple of these people, especially this first guy, Don Lapre. I used to call him the emphasizer, right? He would emphasize everything. He would come on his infomercial and say, I made thousands and thousands of dollars placing tiny classified ads out of my 1-bedroom apartment. I'm like, dude, I'm not, I was going to say the R word, but that would probably get me demonetized. I'm not stupid, let's put it that way. I was going to say the mentally challenged word with the R, but that's a naughty word now. You can't say that anymore. No disrespect to anyone that's mentally challenged. Just saying, right? I'm like, I'm not dumb, dude. And he would just emphasize his words very slowly, right? And that's how they would reel people in, right? I used to call him the emphasizer. I would like make fun of him. And here I am, decades later, and part of how I learned public speaking was from this Don Lapre guy, the emphasizer. You have to emphasize your words. When you emphasize your words, you allow people to feel your voice fluctuate. It's called the voice influx. They feel your highs and lows, right? If you want to be a great public speaker, you can't be monotone. You have to allow people to feel your highs and your lows. Lewis says I'm back. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you for being here, Lewis. After Lapre, there was Tom Vu. I mentioned Tom Vu before. Tom Vu was the funny guy. He was an unattractive man, an Asian immigrant, and he would come on TV after Don Lepre, and he would say, "Hello, my name is Tom Vu. You want to be rich? Come to my seminar." And people started making fun of them. They used to say, he's saying SEMINAH, seminar, not seminar with an ER, with an AH, seminar. Right? He would Tom Vu would lease these yachts and pay like the hottest women to like 10 hot women to sit on this nice yacht. And then he would go on the camera with the women there on the yacht, and he would say, "Look at all these beautiful women. You could have them too. Just come to my seminar." So if I come to your seminar, Tom Vu, I will get all these beautiful women just for showing up, right? We all know that's not how women work, right? Right? But what I learned from Tom Vu was to entertain people, right? What I learned from Don Lepre was emphasizing my words. What I learned from Tom Vu was to be funny, right? Now, don't lie like him, but be funny, right? Be funny, be charming, be playful, right? And after Don Lepre and after Tom Vu, the last infomercial was this guy named Tony Robbins. And let's see, I'm 48 now. Tony's been doing this for, I think, 45 years, or 40 years now, right? And let's see, I'm 48, 38, 28, 18. This was 32 years ago. So Tony's been doing this for 40 years. Tony had been doing this for like 8 to 10 years already. He was still fairly new. People were starting to get to know him, but and he was getting pretty big at that point already. But he didn't, he was still not as big as he is today. So he was it's the first time I ran into Tony Robbins. They would do these Tony Robbins infomercials, right? And this big, buff, tall dude with a loud voice, loud mouth would come on the screen every night after Tom Vu and say, "The power within you, it's all within you, and how you see yourself is how everyone will see you. You need to go out there and make it happen. You own it, right?" And he was loud, right? He was loud, like me, right? And I was annoyed. I would turn it down, have to go to the bathroom. I could hear that TV on the lowest setting from the bathroom. That's how loud Tony was. I'm like, shit, I can still hear this guy while I'm urinating, right? And I was like, who the hell is this guy? He's coming out there preaching like blah, 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 blah. You just got to come to unleash the power within, and it'll turn your life around. I'm sitting here like, oh, someone's just trying to pitch me false promises, right? So here's the thing. I understand the scrutiny I've gotten as a life coach and many other life coaches have gotten, and anyone else that sells personal development, right? And self-help. I understand the scrutiny because I used to scrutinize it myself until it turned my life around in my early to mid 30s. I wasn't a believer. I wasn't a believer until some friends of mine told me to read the book The Secret and watch the movie The Secret. And that changed my life. It did. It changed the way I started to look at myself. That's the most important thing, folks. When you change how you look at yourself, how you see yourself, everything else will change for the better, right? A lot of people to this day still scrutinize the movie and the book The Secret. But it changed my life, and it can change yours. Because again, how you see yourself is how everyone else is going to see you. Who wants to be around somebody that's always in a bad, shitty mood, right? Who wants to be around a downer? Wouldn't you rather be around positive, happy, fun people, easygoing people, right? Who wants to be around people that attack you or other people, right? It turned my life around. So, recently I keep up with Tony Robbins. He has a YouTube channel. And I have other places that I get his content, and I've seen Tony Robbins in person. Here in the Bay Area, I saw him in San Jose, California, at the I forgot what that place was. It was one of the prominent arenas or auditoriums in San Jose. I went to see Unleash the Power Within for 4 days. This was about, gosh, 7 or 8 years ago. And I got to walk on fire, the fire walk. It was pretty cool. I've shared this story in the past. It's buried in some videos here on this channel, and you probably never find it. There's just too much. There are over 1,000 pieces of content here. But yeah, it was a wonderful time. I had a great time, and just felt so energized being, at a Tony Robbins seminar, right? And even though by that point, by the time I went, I'd already done a lot of other personal development on myself, and I kind of knew most of what Tony was teaching. Just being there with Tony and feeling his energy and the music he plays and the people that are there are all positive people. You're in a room of 5,000 positive people. There's not one downer there, because you're paying at least $600 to go there. I paid $600 for that weekend to go there, right? There's no better feeling than being in a room full of happy people. Despite what they've been through, they were all happy people. There was no drama there. No drama allowed. It was one of the most incredible experiences I've had in my life. And babe, if you're watching, at some point, if Tony Robbins does come back, he probably will come back at some point in the Bay Area before he retires. I want to take you to a Tony Robbins event. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. And remember, when I was younger, I was like, who the hell is this guy yelling at the TV when I was 16? And Tony Robbins has been one of the most influential and instrumental people in my life that have helped turn my life around. A lot of people think it's Coach Corey Wayne. No, it started before I watched Coach Corey Wayne, when I came out here on YouTube full-time 6 years ago to start my coaching business. Right? I share all these stories with you folks because even people that are life coaches, we learn all this stuff. And you see, most life coaches, most people, they don't share how they got to where they got to today, or where they're at, right? A few of them do. Coach Corey Wayne does. Coach Dan Bacon does. I do. Another one, Coach Craig Kenneth. I like him too. The rest of them don't share any of their personal experiences or how they got to where they got to. See, for me, part of buying into anyone is knowing their story. I buy into people's stories, right? Because their story tells me a lot about who they've been and who they are, right? And that's why when people ask, you and your lady just put everything out there. Like, you just vomit everything out there. Yeah, we do, because that's our business. That's what we're selling. If we're gonna sell you a solution to your life problems, we should lead by example and share ours and how we've overcome it. Before I continue, I really want to take this moment to thank the 11 people that are here right now. I appreciate you. And thank you for the 6 thumbs up. Can we get a couple more thumbs up, please? Please smash the thumbs up. Share this out to anyone you feel would get value. Slowly but surely, we're building a great group of positive people here in my network. That's what we're all about. And here on my end of things, we've all learned that no matter how much negativity surrounds us, we ignore it, we avoid it like the plague, and we keep pushing forward no matter what. That's all I've been trying to prove to you folks. Most of you that have been following me for a while know that I've dealt with a lot of scrutiny out here. And I've dealt with a lot of things that most people would never deal with. Some of the most ridiculous. All right, folks, we're back. Got cut off. We are back, got cut off. The mountain biker's coming back now. I'm still moving forward, no matter what. I want to lead you folks by example. I've been through the ringer on social media, on YouTube, and in real life. I've been through the ringer. I still keep moving forward. A lot of people see me to this day. They see, I'm cool, calm, and collected for the most part. I have my moments too, don't get me wrong. We all have our moments, right? Sometimes even the best of us can get triggered. And in the past on YouTube, I got triggered quite a bit when I was learning the ropes out here, despite the fact that in real life, I've been cool, calm, and collective, right, for a while. In my younger days, different story. But, by the time I got to my mid to late mid-20s, early 30s, I never reacted to things in person. And then when I came on YouTube 6 years ago to do this full time and start my coaching business, I had to learn the ropes of YouTube. And, many people were able to trigger me because I didn't realize what was going on. There's a huge drama market on YouTube. And I unknowingly became a part of it. And all I wanted to do was help people all along. But they sucked me into their drama vortex, right? And now I learned it, and I'm just cool, calm, and collected. I want to help you folks get to that point too. Get into a relaxed and peaceful state and stay there, right? Give me a second. Let me reset the chat. I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. So like I was saying, I heard Tony Robbins say, wherever our focus flows, that's where our energy goes. One more time. Wherever our focus flows, that's where our energy goes. And when I heard him say that, even before he said anything else after that, I paused it. And I was like, holy shit, yeah. Whatever you focus on is what you put most, if not all, of your energy towards. And that's what I've been trying to tell people in different ways, but to clearly state it that way. I love what a lot of these coaches do, like Coach Corey Wayne, Tony Robbins, Coach Dan Bacon, Coach Craig Kenneth. They have their catchphrases that really, really hit home, right? Wherever your focus flows, that's where your energy goes, right? So whatever you spend most of your time doing, that's where you're exuding most of your energy. So if you're not getting ahead in other aspects of your life, it's only one thing you can chalk it up to. It's where you're placing most of your energy, right? Or where you're placing most of your focus on, which is what I'm trying to say, right? You're focusing too much time in certain areas that you should be either focusing less time on or no time at all. Just like the other day, I was talking about, like drama shows and stuff, like Big Brother and stuff like that, And no offense to people that watch those shows, right? It's up to you what you want to watch and do with your time, right? But to me, if I focus even an hour or two per day to watching a show like that, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I don't feel it's a productive use of my time. I feel that during that hour or two, instead of watching a Big Brother or another, reality TV show, right? I can invest it on creating a piece of content to help you folks. And it makes me feel a lot better. It makes me feel more accomplished than just sitting on my ass on the couch and having a drink and eating some snacks and watching people that are getting paid to live in this house for a certain amount of time, and then they get voted off and They talk smack about each other, right? And they're all pretty boys or whatever, right? Or, it's that stuff just doesn't resonate with me. It's a waste of time. I'll wait for these women to pass by. Traffic on 101 is very, very light today. That's nice. I'm very adamant about helping people focus in the right direction and on the right things. You know why I'm so adamant? Because when I was younger, I lost focus all the time. I was all over the place. Yeah, I was still doing okay. I was making okay money, right? But what would I do during my spare time? I would waste time sitting around, watching TV or playing even some video games or something like that. Just a waste of time. I focused my energy in the wrong areas, right? If I did everything I'm doing now, starting back in my early 20s, I would be in 10 times in a better place than I'm in right now. I'm not saying I'm in a bad place, and I'm happy with where I'm at and what I've got. But had I started focusing back in my early 20s on what I'm focusing now, man, I can only imagine where I would be. And like I said again, I'm happy with where I'm at, but I want to share these stories with you guys and gals so you can start younger, like I wish I would have known to start at a younger age, right? Right now it's 103 in Texas. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Lewis. It's about 72 degrees right now on this trail, Lewis. You want to come to California and hang out with me and do some walking with purpose streams, Lewis? Get out of that heat? I mean, shit. It's 30 degrees warmer there. Damn, that's hot, man. Well, we had 100-degree weather. We have it sometimes here, but even when it's 100 degrees, like it's 85 or 90, like on the trail, like around this area, because it's right by the SF Bay, the San Francisco Bay. And on the other side, about 8 to 10 miles west, is the Pacific Ocean. So we have this amazing microclimate that keeps us like 10 to 15 degrees cooler than the valley. So when it's 100 degrees out in the valley, I just heard like a truck horn. It's like 85 or 90 degrees here, 87 degrees. It's cooler. The valley out here is Modesto, Stockton, Tracy, Sacramento. Just trying to mention some cities that you folks may know globally or nationwide. Folks, you're all in control of your own destiny. You all choose how to spend your spare time each and every day. Now, some things are out of your control. You got to work, and do other, take care of other obligations. But here's the thing. Every human being, no matter what kind of job they have or kind of life they have, has at least, 4 to 8 hours per day outside of sleep where they can choose how to spend that time, right? And when people say that they're busy, they don't have time to do this and that, no, they have time. They're just choosing where to focus their energy, right? I'll give you some examples of, where I used to focus my energy and it was a waste of time and how I handle it today. That dude stopped for a second. Wanted to make sure that I'm not being trolled on the trail. You got to keep your eyes and ears open, right? Yeah, troll me, baby, troll me. Okay. Yeah, that dude's like turning around and walking towards this way. Keep an eye on you, man. You coming after me? Anyway. So, one story. I used to participate on some live stream panels out here on YouTube. They were drama panels, and I used to feel the need to go on these panels to prove myself or to discredit what these people were saying about me, right? And it wasn't until a few years ago, after I kept going on certain panels to have a legitimate conversation, that I realized it wasn't about the legitimacy of the conversation. It was just about going on that channel so the person could try to trigger you and make money off of you through donations of an audience, right? It wasn't until I realized that where I completely withdrew, right? And I mentioned this because it's interesting to me that, some of these people, even as recently as yesterday, they're trying to get me to come on a panel and or come on their show and explain to their audience what qualifies me as a life coach and how I can help people and this and that. And then I look at the amount of donations they made, $40 for streaming about me for 3 hours, right? And then I'm sitting there thinking to myself, wow, this dude is just trying to get me on there to leverage me to make money. He doesn't want me to go on there to try to explain how I'm qualified to be a life coach. And why do I care if you feel I'm qualified or not? I don't care if, this group of people or this creator thinks I'm qualified or not. And quite frankly, I don't really care what anyone thinks about me. The right people will just fall into place and they'll believe in you and buy into you. All right, that dude stopped following me. It was interesting. There was this big dude that entered the trail at the halfway point. Back over there, there's a side entrance. And he walked past me, and then he turned around when I passed him and started walking back the other way towards me as I was going. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I being trolled in real life? It's funny to me how some people out here on YouTube say, hey, they despise when people take things into real life, yet these same creators have come at me in real life. How hypocritical is that, right? Or they've sent their minions to come at me in real life because they don't want to get their hands dirty, right? That's the irony of all this. But yeah, that's the thing, right? I've learned to not get sucked into anyone's drama or anyone's vortex. And I want to help you folks learn that too, because you want your energy to flow. You want to focus on things that are going to get you ahead, right? because where you know, where your focus flows, your energy goes, right? So if I were to focus on going on this stream, you know, to try to explain to this creator and their audience why I feel I'm qualified as a life coach, and you know, what can I actually do to help people and this and that, when first of all, he and his audience really don't care. It's just for entertainment, just to try to attack me, right? But even if he legitimately wanted me to come on there, you know, I don't feel the need to go on anyone's platform to talk about what qualifies me as a life coach, right? If somebody is gonna bring me on their platform to ask me why I'm qualified as a life coach, shouldn't you do your research and figure that out first before inviting me on your show? Because typically people get invited on shows where people perceive them to be qualified already, and then they interview them based on their niche or you know, their profession, right? So, you know, I've learned to focus, you know, I've learned to shift my focus into more productive things. I've learned to focus on things that are not going to set me back or waste my time, right? Because if I focus on things that I know are going to waste time, I'm wasting energy that I could have used elsewhere and got. And this is what I'm trying to tell a lot of people that are dealing with similar aspects on YouTube and off of YouTube, right? If you're dealing with someone and you've tried for many, all right, we're back live, folks. So, you know, if you're constantly feeding into unreasonable people, trying to prove that you're better than them, or trying to prove that what they're saying about you is wrong, you're only giving these people more of what they want, and you're wasting your precious energy. That's what I'm trying to tell you folks. Stop wasting your energy on stupid shit. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. People that continue to try to get you to prove things are just trying to suck you into their drama, and out here on YouTube, they're just trying to make more content off of you. Why don't you folks understand that? And just let that shit go. Just know deep within that they're just, you know, projecting and just, you know, trying to instigate stuff because they have no real content, right? Let it go. Let it go, because you're going to lose twofold. You're going to lose by giving the person you're trying to prove yourself to more content when they don't care whether you prove yourself to them or not, right? And you're going to waste so much energy by the time you're done trying to prove yourself to someone that you don't really matter to. You're going to have no energy left to get through the rest of your day, and you're going to set yourself back. See, that's what happened to me for I've been doing this for almost 6 years now. The first three and a half years, maybe almost 4 years, I wasted a lot of energy. It wasn't until a couple years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, where I finally figured this out. And I just let things go. I don't feed into anyone. I don't really care what people say about me. Let them talk shit about me, my family, my living situation, my car, my girlfriend. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And you shouldn't either, right? I'm not saying I don't give a fuck to sound rude or anything, right? I'm saying that because what does it matter what low-life scumbags on YouTube think about you, right? What does it matter? Right? Because if you're letting it get to you and you're valuing it, then in essence you are putting yourself at the level of low-life scumbags. And people that follow me here are not low-life scumbags. They're people that want to live a happy, successful life, a positive life, with high energy and high stamina and a positive attitude, right? Get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat, folks. We're going to be going off the air in a few minutes. It's not that hazy out here. The fires in the Central Valley area in Mariposa County have shifted direction. So that's a good thing. They shifted away from the direction of homes, and it's not coming out here. That smoke coming out here to the Bay Area. I mean, I could see a little bit of it in the East Bay, but it's very light. So that's not bad. And again, I got to thank CAL FIRE and anyone involved that's battling these huge fires all over Northern California this year due to our massive drought, biggest drought in history, practically. You guys are all doing a great job. You guys and gals are all doing a great job. There are women helping too, and I respect the women that are helping as well. All right, folks, get your questions, comments, concerns in the chat. Going off the air in just a few minutes. Remember, tonight, it's probably going to be about 6:30. I'm going to set it back to 6:30. I'll change the time when I get home. Tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. On Coach Eli 2, Authentic Live Streams. That's a new name, and there's a new URL, youtube.com/Coach Eli 2. Tonight, my lady and I are going to be doing a couple hour stream. And we're going to be doing a blog from the same blog author that we dissected last night with another interesting topic. And in this blog that she wrote, it's going to be discussing, how to get a man to fall in love with you, right? How to get a man to fall in love with a woman. And put my spin on it and bring no other better person to discuss this with than my actual woman. This is what better person can I bring on to talk about how to fall in love, how to get a guy to fall in love with you than the woman that's in love with me and I'm in love with too. But we're talking about women here, how to get a man to fall in love with you. Like this, it's funny, like women nowadays, because they don't fight anymore over, men like they did in the days of traditionalism, because they were not independent back then. They had to find the right man to survive, right? Women nowadays come together and they sell each other these love packages. Hey, use my coaching package, use my love package. And I'm not trying to criticize this coach. I know she's just trying to run a business like me, but her methods are in my opinion, yeah, maybe some of them are okay, but a lot of them, I can definitely challenge them regarding what's really happening in the real world. And here's the thing. There's a difference between selling a package that's going to make money and selling someone the truth, right? Sometimes selling someone a pipe dream appears to be, a better package to buy through manipulation. But it's not going to get you the right answer. Because, when you sell someone the actual truth, they hardly want to pay for it, right? Right? But for me, I would never try to sell anyone a pipe dream, even if it was going to make me a ton of money. I will only sell you what you need to know, and I will only sell you the truth. And I will give most of it away for free through these videos. if you just need a little extra hand holding, that's where I can help you through my phone coaching and email coaching services. So yeah, tonight on Coach Eli 2, uncensored I call it. I'm going to say that a few times. Tonight on Coach Eli 2, and I'm forgetting the the name. Authentic live streams. Coach Eli 2, Authentic Live Streams. That's the new name. That's right. I changed it today. Or go to youtube.com/Coach Eli 2. My lady and I are doing another stream. It'll start around 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. The event is already publicly available. So go set your reminders, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications, share it out, and look forward to a great show. With that being said, let me just reset the chat, and I'll be back to shut the show down in a second. All right, we're back. We're leaving 7 in the box. Sorry, and 7 thumbs up. Have yourselves a good one, folks. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.